Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Professionals Roundtable on EmpireRadioNow.com. I'm your host, Rob Wetham. We have a very special guest on the line from Westford, Massachusetts. He is Brant, the Evidential Medium. You can visit his website at www.brant, B-R-A-N-T, themedium.com. Like I said, here he is. Brant, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, Rob. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Excellent.
All right, so Brant, tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm an evidential medium, tarot card reader, and psychic. I essentially tap into different people's energies or connect with spirit in order to bring the departed loved ones to those still here on Earth so that they receive a message from them.
All right, very good, very good. So how long have you been doing this?
You know, it's only been about 4 years. I lost my mom in 2013 in August. So we're just coming up on 4 years now, and it wasn't anything that I ever thought I kind of would be doing. It was more along the lines of I lost my mom, weird things started happening, and I started actually just waking up. And, you know, there were certain things, like I started seeing things, hearing things, and you kind of wonder if you're actually going off the deep end or, you know, if this is actually really happening. But I was very blessed to actually meet another medium who kind of guided me and said, no, you have a gift. And here's a couple places you can kind of go to develop it.
Okay, so where did she point you? Which direction?
So I've been going to a place in Andover called Circles of Wisdom, and I've been studying with a very talented medium named Lauren Rainbow. And she's really helped develop my skill sets and my abilities so that I can be more of an evidential medium, and rather than just say, ooh, I see this, or, oh, I feel that. I actually try to connect and work with the spirit and actually give like a very factual piece of evidence. So, if, for example, if your grandmother gave you her ring, and I might actually be able to try and describe, you know, what kind of ring it was, whether it was diamonds or maybe black onyx or something to that effect. So I've been really working on what is it that I can do to try to help bring healing to those here on Earth, because a lot of times when we lose a loved one, we don't always get the opportunity to say goodbye. You know, with my mother, I have what John Holland says, a Hollywood ending. You know, I got the opportunity to say goodbye. My mother actually was, you know, starting to go into a bit of a coma induced from the medication. And she actually fought through the coma because she could hear me crying. And she literally looked at me, opened her eyes, and just said, I love you lots. And, you know, not everybody gets that. So I want to be able to use my gift to help those that have lost their departed loved ones to understand that, yes, they're okay, and yes, they still exist, just not in a physical state of being, and they still have plenty to say. And usually a lot of times there is a message of love. There may be forgiveness if there's been, you know, some issues in the past, and there's usually something evidential of the spirit telling them, what's kind of going on in your life? I'm still here, and here's validation to do that.
This is the Professionals Roundtable on EmpireRadioNow.com. I'm Rob Wetham, joined by Brant, the Evidential Medium, Westford, Massachusetts. You can visit him online at www.brant, B-R-A-N-T, themedium.com. Brant is a professionally trained medium. He's a psychic intuitive and a tarot card reader. And he's been taught by some of the most gifted and talented instructors in the country. So he definitely knows what he's doing. Brant, tell me more about your background. It's pretty interesting.
Well, it wasn't something that I kind of set out to do. You know, as a child, I was always very intuitive. I might pick up the phone and realize who's on the other line even before it rang. Like, hey, Martha, how are you? What do you mean? How did you know it was me? The phone didn't even ring. I don't know. I just knew. And, you know, a lot of times we take a lot of those opportunities or those times that happen kind of for granted. I'm more of a technical background, and like I said, with the loss of my mother, this all kind of just started coming to the forefront, and I just feel the need to really go out and do this as a work. You know, I'm trying really hard just to walk the path and enjoy the journey for a change. Being analytical, detail-oriented, I'm very type A, and to do this work, I have to really get out of my own personality, get my own thoughts out of the way. Just blend with the spirit world and blend with spirit in order to kind of let those opportunities of healing and emotional connections just kind of happen. I'm hopefully I'll be continuing to do this work, and I'll be able to support myself, pay my bills, and bring healing to others, and still be happy while doing it all. So that's kind of my goal right now.
Okay. All right. So about how long have you been in business?
The business part of it, I've really just started at the beginning of this year. I've really been pushing myself to develop my skills. It's essentially just like going to college. I've gone out into a couple of different places. There's the Arthur Findlay College that's actually out in England. It's just kind of like the Hogwarts schools for magic in real life. I haven't been there yet, but it's on my list. But I am studying with a couple of talented teachers from there. Now it's time for me to actually start doing the work. You can only be in school for so long and take what you've learned, and you have to put it into practice, because how else are you going to develop it? How else are you going to be better at it? So really, it's been about 5 months, and I'm just continuing to build it.
All right. So what are your goals?
I think my goal would be to try to be able to continue to build upon this, do this more full time. I think there's a lot of healing that needs to be done in the world, especially now. This time there's a lot of turmoil in the government, in people's ease, and the finances. We're all looking for that little extra help of guidance, and we're all looking to, essentially recoup from someone we've lost. So if I can do that, if I can actually bring healing and love and health and any, resolve to the grieving process that anyone might be having, that's my goal.
All right, very good. His name is Brant, the Evidential Medium, Westford, Massachusetts. Visit his website at brantthemedium.com. Brant, thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, Rob. I'm really happy I could be on here. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
You got it, my man. Take care. This is the Professionals Roundtable on EmpireRadioNow.com. We'll be right back.